Shubman Gill, captain. Rishabh Pant, wicketkeeper and vice captain. Yashasvi Jaiswal. KL Rahul. Sai Sudarshan. Abhimanyu Iswaran. Karun Nair. Nitish Kumar Reddy. Ravindra Jadeja. Dhruv Jurel, the second wicketkeeper. Washington Sundar. Shardul Thakur. Jasprit Bumrah. Mohammad Siraj. Prasidh Krishna. Akashdeep. Arshdeep Singh. And Kuldeep Yadav. It's a 18-man squad. I mean, look, obviously you discuss every option that's there. I think over the last year or so, we've looked at Shubman at various times. I think even when we played England last year, to take a lot of feedback sometimes from the dressing room as well. Obviously he's very young, but we've seen the improvement, and I know it's T20 cricket for GT as well, but you take feedback from a lot of people, and we're hopeful that he's the guy who can. It's obviously going to be like it always is, a high pressure job, but we're hopeful that we've picked the right guy. I mean, he's a terrific player, and our best wishes to him. Look, I think Gigi and Shubman might probably take a call on that once they get there, so I don't want to sit here and give a batting order. But once they get there, I think they'll probably have a think about that or have a chat about it. He's been trying to get fit for the series, of course, but I think he's had a little bit of a setback over the last week or so, and he's got some MRIs done. And like you mentioned, I don't think he was going to be able to play 5 tests, and at the moment, I don't think his workload is where it needs to be. So it's just the medical guys who've told us that he's been ruled out of this series. It's unfortunately, we were hoping that he's available for some part of the series at least, but if he's not fit at the moment, it's very difficult to keep waiting. It's rather plan with the guys that are fit and available. So yeah, it's unfortunate. Bowler like him, you always want to try and pick, but at the moment he's not fit to be picked. I mean, you don't pick captains for 1 tour or 2 tours. No? You want to try and invest in something that's going to help us going forward. You always, like I said, you are hoping that it's the right call that we made. We've seen some progress over the course of the last year or two with him. There's no doubt it is going to be as tough as it gets, doing a 5-match series in England. And maybe he'll have to learn on the job a little bit. But we are very confident with what he has to offer, and that's the reason we've picked him. Yeah, I mean, it's when guys like that retire, it's always going to be big holes to fill. I mean, Ashwin retired a few months back as well. So those 3 guys are stalwarts of our cricket. It's always difficult. One way of looking at it is it's an opportunity for someone else. They've left a legacy behind. I mean, obviously I've had conversations with both of them over the last couple of months. Virat obviously reached out early April and said he wants to finish. I mean, we've seen him, sort of give 200% every ball that he plays, even when he's not batting or he's in the field. He probably felt that he had given everything that he had, and if he can't keep up to the standards that he set himself over the years and how good he's been, and maybe it was time for him. It's come from him. It's you've got to respect that. I mean, they've earned that respect, both of them, and and as all great players are, the one thing they are is they're true to themselves, and he was in that conversation. So you've got to respect that. I think we'll obviously miss. I mean, when you've got a guy who's played 123 test matches, 30 test hundreds, it's going to be tough to fill. It's an opportunity for someone else, but he's shown what needs to be done to succeed at this level. Needless to say, even though he's been a leader over the last couple of years since he started leading the test matches. It's a new cycle, so it's an opportunity to build something for us as well. But there's no doubt. I mean, That's why I think we've got to show them the respect that they've earned instead of speculating too many things. It's sometimes a personal call with players, and you've got to respect that. And like I said, their performances over the years have shown the amount of games that they've won for India. It's someone else's chance now, but there's no doubt we'll miss them. I mean, all three of them, and Shami really. He's again in Test cricket. He's been incredible. So 4 guys like that not being part of your squad is going to make it a little bit tougher, but it's an opportunity for other guys. I don't think he'll be available for all 5 tests. As far as, again, the physios and the doctors have told us, whether it's 4 or 3, I think we'll see how the series goes and how his body can take the workload. Needless to say, how important he is. So even if he's fit for whether it's 3 or 4 tests, I think he's going to win us a few test matches here. So we're just glad that he's fit, and that little setback that he had in Australia wasn't too bad, and he's back playing. We've seen, I know it's T20 cricket at the moment, but we've seen what he's doing in the IPL. So no, we're just happy that he's part of the squad. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just have to make those decisions. I mean, Sarfaraz did play the 3 test matches in India. I know he got 100 in the first test, didn't get runs, missed out in Australia. Sometimes those are decisions which the team management takes. Whether it's fair on somebody or unfair on someone, those are the choices that you make in the best interest of the team. And at the moment we felt, Karun obviously he's put heaps of runs over the last couple of seasons. He's played a little bit of test cricket early in his career, has played a bit of county cricket. We feel that he's batting well enough. Also with now Virat not there, clearly lacking a little bit of experience in that batting. Jaiswal's touring for the first time to UK. I know Gill's played 1 test match. So it's basically KL and Pant who've played a series before. So we felt his experience could help. Sometimes it is always going to be unfair on somebody else, but eventually you've got to make choices. I mean, not really. Booms, because he led in Australia, he was the vice captain in Australia, but once he's not going to be available for all the test matches, I think he's more important to us as a player. We want him fit. There's always that extra burden when you're leading, you're managing 15, 16 other people. There's a lot that it takes out of you. We'd rather have him bowling as well as he does than putting that extra burden on him. He's aware of it. We've had a chat with him and he's okay with it. He knows where his body's at the moment, and he'd rather look after himself and be bowling fit. With KL, not really. I mean, basically he's captain a while back, at least when I wasn't there. So, but again, he's a quality player, and we hope that he has a big series because he's going to be an important player for us. So, but yeah, with Booms, I think it was more his workload management and having him fit as a bowler more than anything else. Look, these A tours are now just before the tour. So sometimes when you are 6 or 7 guys from your test squad are going to go on the A tour, it becomes difficult to then. Unfortunately, we can't take 50 people. Karun is a performer in Ranji Trophy, right? So he's part of that. There's a Jaiswal, there's a Dhruv Jurel, who's already part of that A team, who are going to be in the test team. So someone's bound to miss out. It was unfortunate. Even in Australia, when he went, I understand he didn't get a chance. But then KL Rahul went because he needed some game time before the test series. Yeah, but only 11 can play. So someone will have to sit out at some stage. I wish we could play 18, but we can't. Now, if you start picking on players through the history, there will be about 1 million players who missed out. It's not intentional that you are keeping somebody out, but you are trying to pick the best possible players for that particular game or that series that you want to. And someone's going to miss out, like I say. Now, if you keep picking on names, it is never going to be a conversation starter anywhere, because there will always be, even when we pick 18, there's somebody who's missing out. Do those 18 guys who've been picked not deserve to be there? That's the question you need to answer. When somebody takes a call, is not up to me. Eventually, like I said, they reached out and I had a conversation with them. So whether somebody decides to retire or doesn't decide to retire, it's a personal call. Even if you're going to pick someone or not pick somebody, you're not going to ask that guy to retire. I don't know whether we would have been in a better position. You're still it's a new WTC cycle. So you're looking at all sorts of scenarios over the next 2 years. What is going to help build a team leading up to that WTC final. So look, I mean, again, it's a personal call. So when somebody calls it or doesn't call, it's not up to us. Yeah. Again, like I said, just all we need to do is show them a little bit more respect and move on. It's an opportunity for somebody else, and that's our job eventually to pick someone else when someone finishes. So, no, whether we would have been in a better position or not, it doesn't really matter. These two guys are big players were big players for us in Test cricket, and those are going to be big holes to fill. So, at the moment, that is a bigger concern. Yeah, that, and he's a quality bowler. I think he's had a little bit of taste of county cricket as well. Obviously plays every game that is available in domestic cricket. So we've watched him, tall guy again. Hopefully, with the Duke ball, like you said, there's variety, but there's also a body of work in the red ball cricket, and he's been in decent form over the last couple of years. So, someone once they've played in those conditions know it well. The ball, it's just a quality bowler. There's no other reason here, and we've needed 5 seamers to go. I mean, obviously Booms is unlikely to play all 5 test matches, so he needed adequate cover. This provides us with a little bit of variety as well. So now he's more because he's a quality bowler. One of the tests he was injured in Australia. I think the first test he had broken a finger, so he didn't play. Otherwise, he played. But you can look at it as a burden. You can look at it positively. That it could inspire him to do better. At the moment, from what we are looking, and be it in franchise cricket, you can see that he is relishing the role. This is obviously going to be a lot harder, but those are the challenges you face playing international cricket here. And he's been around now for what, 2 or 3 years in all formats really. So that experience, I'm sure he can fall back on, and there are guys around in the team. The coach is there to help him as well. So no, I think I'm sure he's relishing the opportunity. I mean, who wouldn't want to captain India in Test cricket? So I'm sure he's looking at it positive with chats that I've had, and there will be pressure. There's no doubt. There won't be any going away from it. But hopefully that inspires him to do better. Yeah, he's played well in domestic cricket as well. But at the moment, there's no room. I mean, if he keeps doing well, I'm sure he'll find a spot back in Test cricket at some stage. Shardul, yeah, he's a bowling all-rounder, obviously. With the way sometimes the team structured, the 11 structured, you need that seam bowling option who can bat a bit, and Nitish Reddy obviously showed what he can do with the bat. He's going on the A-team tour as well, so he'll get some bowling under his belt hopefully. But he's a young player who's obviously impressed with the bat and who can bowl. So if the conditions demand, again, it'll depend on what the team management thinks at that point. But yeah, he's a batting all-rounder at this point. Hopefully his bowling keeps coming on as well. I mean, just because he's a terrific player, he's played 1 test in England, so everyone's going to be tested in England. I don't think any batsman is going to feel at home like it was in Australia. I mean, these are tough places to tour. So, but we have the confidence that he's got the goods. And like I said, it's a massive transition. Rohit's been around for a while now. Before that, Virat's been around. So it is a start of a new cycle, and the experience can only help. Whether it's a tough experience or we have a really good series, whichever way you look at it, it is going to be tough. That experience can only help going forward. And as far as his batting is concerned, I don't think, from our side at least, there's no real issues, and hopefully he can only do better as a captain. Yeah, he's the vice captain. He's been one of our best batters in Test cricket over the last 4 or 5 years, I think. 40 odd test, I think, at the moment. Always, wicket keeper, can see the game well behind the stumps, has got the experience at the moment. That's why he's Shubman's deputy, who can help him out with all the experience that he's got, and he's an incredible player. So, yeah, you're obviously looking at guys who can take the team forward over the next few years. And at the moment, these 2 are the guys that we feel that can do that. Last year when England Lions came, he played the 8 over. I watched it. He got runs there as well. So it's not like he's not got runs in red ball cricket. We've not picked him because of IPL. We've known he's a terrific red ball player. He's shown the right temperament and seems to have the game to succeed at the top level. I mean, once he plays, we'll probably get to know a bit better. But seems to have the goods. So I don't think his IPL performances have made us pick him for Test cricket. We've been looking at him for a while, at least since I've been here for a couple of years. But there's never been any place in the team to pick guys. And now that we've had this opportunity, certainly deserves it.